that stayed. Welcome to my garden, guys. I'm Janina Vlad, the founder of leanOnCarbs.com. I've lost weight without a garden. Actually, the majority of the calories were from supermarkets. So if you want to lose weight with normal foods, with potatoes, bananas, rice, legumes, and keep it off without cutting down calories, without hunger, without cravings, all the time eating to reach satiety, to have that satisfaction after a meal, yes, give it a like, man, give it a like, because yes, why not? We are all in this life to live our best lives, to get healthy and to lay down, to live the best lives in the best bodies. And yeah, of course, we all deserve a lean, healthy body. Subscribe for more videos like this. Let me know if you want this kind of b-roll, what I eat in a day video, or more straight to the point, to the actual food I was eating, I was having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And like I said, yes, share it, like it, subscribe, and comment. Of course, that will help a lot my channel, and myself will help me. Of course, I will have more time, energy to put into this channel and to this free content on YouTube. So thank you so much for supporting me in this journey. Okay, kale. I love kale because it has this nice texture and this salty flavor. And paired with bananas, because bananas are, for some people, sickeningly sweet. Yes, it helps a lot, and it's advice for you as well to pair bananas with some kiwi, with some tomatoes, with some kale, with some radishes sometimes, but not from the get-going. Of course, at the beginning, with those fibery, more fibrous food like kale, take it slowly, but you will get there, of course. At the beginning, you can stick with tomatoes and bananas. That tomato, that juicy tomatoes or juicy soury kiwi will help you, yes, eat and enjoy better that creamy and very sweet, very, very, very sweet banana. Yeah, it was sunny, and I need my hat because I started in the past 2 years, yes, 2 years and something, um, protecting my skin. I was about to say protecting my skincare, protecting my skin from the sun rays. Yeah, we're not getting younger. We need to use sunscreen, and of course, I started in the past few months my skincare routine with retinols and with other actives that increase, of course, the sensitivity of the skin to UVA and UVBs. That's why I'm like the best friend of this hat, and this hat is my best friend. Okay, was cold, was around 13 degrees Celsius. We live in the north part of the island, and yes, it's still chilly in the mornings, and sometimes even less than 13 degrees. About food, I love bananas from the right moment I knew them. A little bit of a story. I grew up in Romania, and our president, Ceausescu, maintained alienated, maintained us secluded. He wanted to control everything, and that's why we didn't have bananas until he died. Yes, and after that, when the country opened to all the good and the bad and the ugly things that the modern world has to provide, bananas arrived in Romania as well. And I fall in love with them. I wanted to eat only bananas. So I was mesmerized how fruit can taste that good, can be that creamy and that satisfying. And of course, at the beginning, the prices were very high, of course, like some treasure you bring from tropical countries. And after some years, of course, they became more accessible, and we indulged more in them. And my father used to love them and still loves them a lot, and used to buy, yes, with boxes, not like we are buying now with big boxes, but he did his best to provide us with bananas and, of course, oranges as well, because in Romania we don't have orange trees. So oranges from Spain and from Greece, but my favorite were still bananas. Yes, bananas from Africa or from Central America. And when I grew up and we went from home to college, and after that, when I started working, and I had my own money, yeah, there wasn't enough money for all the bananas I could have eaten. And not was not only that the issue, the fear of bananas and the fears to put on weight due to their sugars, because everybody knew back then the thing about bananas, that banana make you fat. So this misconception was rooted in me, basically not from my family, but I don't know, television, friends, everybody around us knew the same thing, that bananas are not good for health, in, yeah, one or two, but not too much. And in college, when I started dieting, because I didn't work out as much as in the high school. Of course, I was puffier and I wanted to lean down. I wasn't overweight, like I mentioned in other videos. However, I wanted to be skinny, of course, and leaner. I was eating the same foods that people eat everywhere, high in animal products and high in fat, high in processed carbs, and high in oil, of course. So I had troubles maintaining my lean figure, my lean body. So I started cutting down carbs and calories and moving more, eating less, and always craving junk, of course, chocolate and donuts and pastry and pies and cheese and animal products, but bananas as well. And I remember I was in a diet 2007, and I was dating this guy that was yeah, not the best boyfriend you want, so a type of narcissist guy. And he knew how to put you down. Yeah, he did his best to put the person down. And of course, he was applauding my diets and my cutting down calories. And whatever I was indulging in bananas, like now, over 3 bananas. I will continue that story. Let's speak a bit about why am I doing this. Okay, if you want to know where you are, or where you at right now, where you are at right now, you have to measure your foods. And you said, as you've seen, I measured the bananas at the beginning, and after that, because I didn't finish all the bananas, I was full. Sometimes it happened to me. You measure all the peels and what's left. And in this way, you know, and you jot down, you have a notebook in the kitchen and a pen, and you jot down the quantities. And at the end of the day, only at the end of the day, don't do it in between meals, you'll be triggered to eat more or less. So no, at the end of the day, you enter in chronometer and introduce all the numbers. For lunch, you've seen me having 2 papayas. And let's see if I can eat all the papaya. As you have seen with bananas, I didn't finish because I felt like I'm pretty full. So I didn't need to finish my meal, of course. And with papaya will happen the same, because I had over 4.5 pounds of papaya. And right now I have also strawberries, papayas and strawberries. And I didn't show you the measurement on the scale, but was more around 500 grams, less than 500 grams with a bit. So continuing that story, my ex-boyfriend, whenever he witnesses me indulging and binging, not binging, I was just satisfying my sweet cravings for carbohydrates, for our optimal fuel. He was bullying me. You will get so fat, just stop. Don't you want to lose weight? And I wasn't overweight, I was just puffy. Like I said, I was having like 58, 59 kilos, and I measured 160, 65 meters. And yes, I was in a healthy BMI, but I was puffy, like I said, because I didn't exercise like in high school, and with hormones and growing, of course, I was a little bit puffy, not that lean like in high school. And he was bullying me that I ate too much bananas. You will get obese, just stop. And I wanted to eat more, like 4, 5, 6. And yeah, that was in the past. He didn't know better, and I accept that was part of my life. Okay, so I didn't finish the papaya as you have seen. I was full. I was full with that, and now I measured the rest of the papaya to subtract it from the initial weight. And for dinner, I had a salad with some kale, with some lettuce, with that red bell pepper that I love so much. So the lettuce and the kale are from the garden, from my garden, and the rest are from the farmer's market. And sometimes I have smaller salads than this. And look, I always try to create my salads smaller, but I always end up with having over 1.5 pounds of salads, and I have to move them in a bigger bowl because I cannot mix them properly with the vinegar and with the wakame seaweed. I love wakame. Oh my god, you have to try wakame. Or other seaweeds, you might find wakame is too strong. And over here I have the soaked grounded flax seeds with a Brazil nut and some pepper. Yeah, pepper. And over here is the boiled white potatoes, simply boiled in water without salt. And yeah, that's my dinner. I told you I'm not complicated at all. And going back again in the backyard, next to the banana plant, on my favorite spot for I don't know, stillness meditation, just listen to nature, listen to birds, because we have a lot of birds in the garden, and to have my meals. Not all the meals. I had on purpose all of my meals in the backyard because I was filming. I don't want to uh, record my family, so this is channel mainly you will see me and not my family. So that's why I had the dinner as well in the backyard to film this video, but I normally have the dinner with them. With the other meals, we don't match our schedule. Yeah, we eat when we are hungry. Everybody on his own terms and times. We are homeschoolers. My kids are at home every day, all day. I work from home. My husband from home. But most of the dinners we eat, yeah, together. Just a moment. When I was in the process of losing weight, I had more than 3 meals a day for sure. I had including 5 meals in some days, but mostly 4, and yes, sometimes 3. And never snacking, because what snack? A snack, actually, it's a small meal, and I am promoting big meals to reach satiety. With a snack, you cannot reach satiety. So if you are hungry enough to think about foods, yes, just eat. Don't snack, eat a full meal. And when you will have these high carb, high fiber, rich in water foods, and to eat them to reach satiety, that means when you are overweight, over 800 calories per that meal, so high in carbohydrates to have enough fuel. you will find out that you will stay away from cravings, from snacking, because it will be enough for 3 hours, 4 hours, yeah, sometimes less. And when that moment comes, eat again a full meal. Don't snack, just eat to reach satiety. Because when you snack, you don't reach satiety. You just want to full your hunger, your appetite. And in a few weeks, you will see you won't crave in between meals anymore. So I was having more food, more calories. Of course, I was heavier. But right now, I have most of the days 3 meals. And sometimes when I don't, um, in my morning routine, I don't know, sometimes times passes and it's 11 o'clock and I didn't have my breakfast. And those days, I would have, yes, only 2 meals, bigger meals. Like, yes, in those meals, because I am more hungry, I will have over 1000 calories for sure. And when I was overweight, I had days over 4000 calories. And not because I was working out. No, I was mainly walking. And in the morning, I was having my routine of 10 minutes, sometimes 15 minutes of body weight exercises, like short intensity interval training with push-ups, abs, squats, triceps, dips, that kind of exercises. 30 seconds of an exercise, 10 seconds pause, and 30 seconds the other exercise. And that was after a while of just walking. My first, let's say, 7, 8 kilos of body weight, yes, were lost only walking, only walking. But when I witnessed on the beach a woman that obviously lost weight, and I've seen her skin on the back, loose skin, I said, no, I want to avoid loose skin on my back and on my belly. And because I had belly, a big belly, and I knew because of my second pregnancy, my belly expanded more than with my first one. And yes, I started as well dry brushing, but I started doing these exercises. I said only by walking I won't help my skin and the muscle beneath that skin. So that's why I started doing them. And after that, I've seen results, and my arms, yeah, starting looking toned. And I was always having this image in mind with lean, toned arms, and now I have them. Yes, I had this vision and I worked to that vision, but at the beginning was difficult. I always struggled doing push-ups. But right now, after years of doing them, and at the beginning, I believe for the first 2 years, I was doing knee push-ups. Yes, took me a lot of time to be able to push up. And now that, yes, the majority of my push-ups I do in inclined, but I can do on horizontal plane the normal push-ups, and I'm so proud of that. It's one of the things that I accomplished in my life, to do push-ups by myself. So I finished my big salad, and sometimes when I feel like I'm getting full, I don't finish all the salad and I leave it for the next day as leftover. Because I want to have space in my stomach, of course, for the calories in that salad. Although big quantity of food, almost 2 pounds, yeah, it's not enough calories. And you have to have those potatoes. Look over here, the potatoes have the calories, almost 600 calories in those almost 700 grams of boiled potatoes. And I introduced in Chronometer all the numbers of the day, but not the flaxseed and the selenium, because I want to show you at the end right now the macros. Over here you see proteins are around 6% and fat 5%, and the majority of course coming from carbs, as it should be, to give us this fuel and energy that our cells and our brain need. Okay, do you see I have over 100 grams of fiber, and that's great. And a lot of water, and you see 4.5 kilos of water, and net carbs are 500 grams. So yes, to give me energy to function properly and to not crave. And we have over here all the B vitamins, and as you can see, potato, papaya, and banana scoring for the first places for having all these B vitamins. And for the folates and vitamin A, vitamin C, basically, it's made only in plants, vitamin C, vitamin E. Do you see, guys, how much vitamin E I have without almonds, without seeds, nuts? Yes, and vitamin K. People say you don't have it. You have more than enough, as you can see. And the minerals and the fats. Look, I have almost 3 times the daily dose of omega-3. And I didn't put the flax seeds yet. So only by eating all those fruits, vegetables, and potatoes I have. And look, saturated fats as well, 3 grams. We don't need more than that. And no cholesterol, because plants don't have cholesterol, which is great. And do you see how much calcium I have? Oh my God, almost double the daily recommended dose of calcium. Yes, mostly from kale, from those kale and papaya. Yes, that's great. And iron, don't need to worry about not having iron. All the minerals are in soil, and the plants are taking those minerals, and they are giving those minerals to us. And you see, I don't have too much potassium. And I have enough sodium without adding table salt. Yes, those plants have sodium. And selenium, it's half of the dose, but I didn't add yet the Brazil nut. And we have the zinc, of course, and proteins. Come on, I have 55 grams. And not having legumes, not having beans and chickpeas, nor lentils. So it's enough. All the amino acids are present in all the parts of the plants, from seeds to leaves to fruits. And methionine, lysine, and leucine, all of the essential amino acids are in this high carb, low fat, low protein. And then a nice percentage, like I mentioned in the previous video about how much protein we need. We don't need more than 6% from our daily calories coming from fats as well, but from protein. Let's add right now the flax seeds that was, like I said, soaked for better digestibility, and the Brazil nut, to see the difference in the fatty acids and in the selenium level. And of course, you can add and have more nuts and seeds, especially if you are coming after standard way of eating. Look, can you see now? I have almost 5 times the daily dose of omega-3. No problem with getting your omega-3 from plants. Don't eat the fish. Fish is not creating omega-3. It's the seaweed. It's the plants that are creating, and not only the seaweeds. All the terrestrial plants have seaweed. And selenium, can you see? Right now, I have almost double the daily dose of selenium. And if you want more omega-6, you can add walnuts, especially if you're coming after this standard diet that has over 30% of daily calories coming from fat. When you go to a diet high in carb and with the percentage of fat at around 12, 15, you will still lose weight. Look how much omega-6 you have if you worry about having omega-3, omega-6 deficient. So you eat your hemp seeds, your walnuts. You see now we have 11% of the daily calories coming from fat. You can have more fats, 30 grams of fats, let's say here 25 grams of nut fats, of walnuts, and you have over 30 grams of omega-6 and over 7 grams of omega-3. And yes, more saturated fats as well. And yes, you can still lose weight by eating all these walnuts, especially if you're coming after eating animal products. But if you are plateauing, yeah, you lower your intake of nuts and seeds. And yes, basically this was my first what I ate in a day video. Give it a like, man. I worked hard for this video and I deserve it. So yes, give it a like, share it with your friends, and now see this next video.